We accidentally took a few tollways, but the nice thing was the Japanese men at the toll gate let us go through for free because we made a mistake. So
we opened the curtains at our hotel and Mount Fuji was right there, and it almost shocked me. I was like, oh, whoa.
Thank you for your time. Where are you from?
we're from Australia.
Australia. Are you on vacation?
Yes.
I see. How long are you planning to stay?
We're here for another 3 weeks.
Another 3 weeks. How long have you been here?
About a week and a half.
Yeah, about a week and a half.
Wow,
That's right.
more than a month?
Yes.
Yeah, about a
Wow,
month, yeah.
that sounds so nice.
It is very nice.
Yeah, it's lots of fun.
Okay, now I want you to try a Japanese snack. It's called Black Thunder.
You go first.
You like it?
That's really good. It's really yummy.
Do you have anything similar in Australia?
I was just going to say, it tastes like a Tim Tam.
It does taste a
Tim
bit like a
Tam.
Tim Tam. Yeah, famous Australian treat.
Oh, I see. Do you have any favorite Japanese culture?
Well, we both really, really love ramen.
Ramen.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And we find like the history of Japan really interesting.
Uh-huh.
And I think the how polite and nice all the people are. I think that's a really nice cultural aspect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of?
I think you hit the nail on the head of everything. The culture, how kind and nice everyone is. Everyone's willing to help. I think, we love that.
You said you like ramen. Do you make ramen at home? No?
I don't think we can make it as good as the Japanese restaurant. So we go out to eat ramen in Australia a lot.
Oh, like how often?
Maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah, I really love it.
More than I do.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what made you come to Japan?
Well, there's lots of really good deals for vacations to Japan, and I think we were both, interested in it. And then everything just kind of aligned. It was going to be a really good value holiday, and we knew that there was just going to be so much to do as well. So we thought that, it would be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that easy to take that long vacation?
Yes, in Australia, it depends on your job, but I get 6 weeks of annual leave. So every year I get 6 weeks of holidays.
Right.
And he gets
About 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
So you use the maximum.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, what was your first impression?
We've both been to Japan before.
Oh, you have?
So we've been here before. I came here a long time ago as a kid, and you came a couple years ago.
I came about maybe 6 years ago, I think it was. And I guess, coming into Tokyo, obviously, it's a very bustling city. There's like so much going on, and everything's a lot smaller. Everything's very like compact, and they try to make the use of the space the best they can, which I found really interesting. Like in the hotel, you've got a bathtub and a shower, and the same tap is for the bath and for the sink basin and everything. I found that really interesting.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. I think just the size of everything is just obviously much smaller than Australia.
Probably perfectly sized for you, but it's a bit hard. I've been hitting my head a lot.
Oh yeah, I bet.
But yeah, just obviously it's a lot different to where we're from, so it's really exciting.
So this is the second time for you both?
Yes.
Yep.
I see. So is there anything surprise you in Japan? Like,
I think the thing that surprised me was the crossing the roads. When it's in Australia, pedestrians have right of way. It's similar to here, but cars can still come. If you're trying to cross the road, they can come up right next to you.
Yeah, if you have a green light, if you have a green man in Australia, you should be able to just go no matter what. But sometimes with here, if there's no one there, the cars will just go, so you still have to be a little bit careful. And also in Australia, the zebra crossing, you always have right away. So if there's a zebra crossing, you can just walk and that's fine. But here you have to see if you have a red man or not, if that makes sense. So you have to be a little bit more
you have
careful.
to be a bit more careful on the road.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So safer in Australia.
Yes, potentially.
Yeah, well, for us, because we're used to it.
So it might be similar to the last question, but is there anything surprise you or different compared to Australia?
The 7-Elevens, obviously the conveni here.
Yeah,
We
it's
have
one of our
7-Eleven, but the
favourite
food is terrible. So just having a convenience store on every corner of the street is really amazing.
And being able to just get really, really good food, like really easily is awesome. Like on the public transport, everyone's so quiet and polite and stuff. Whereas in Australia, people can be very loud and do whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of nice.
I see. So is there anything confusing about Japanese culture or rule?
I know we were talking about it yesterday, but I'm trying to remember what we were talking about. Hello.
Yeah, so we went driving. We hired a car and drove around Mount Fuji, which was a little bit scary at first. We weren't sure if we should do it because obviously a lot of the signs are in a different language, so we're a bit scared. But for the most part, I think we found that everything was nothing was particularly confusing. It was easy to pick up.
Everything is very straightforward. For driving.
Maybe one thing that was a little bit tough was the tollways. So we don't have. Well, we do have tolls in Australia sometimes, but I don't think they're as expensive. So if you go down a toll, it's like, it's a couple $, that's okay. But here they can be quite expensive. So if you take a wrong turn, you're like, oh no, and it's really hard to get back.
So you have driven car.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Like I think we did last week. In Mount Fuji, and we accidentally took a few tollways, but. The nice thing was the Japanese men at the toll gate let us go through for free because we made a mistake. So that's also
nice.
Different, is that in Australia they probably wouldn't let you go in for free. They'll make you pay.
Yeah, he said, you went the long way. You went all the way out here and then just came back. And we're like, yeah, we made a mistake. He's like, okay, that's all right. You go.
So you drive the same side, right?
Yes.
In
That's
Australia.
right.
So that made it easy for us. Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah.
So is there anything inconvenient in Japan?
No, I think everything is very convenient.
Okay.
The public transport in Australia, our public transport is already pretty good. But here it's even quicker, more trains. We haven't really had to wait at all at many bus stops or railway stations or anything like that. Everything's very efficient. Yeah,
for sure. Like getting from one city to another in Australia, you would probably have to do a lot of planning to work it out. You'd probably have to get a plane. Whereas here, like you can pretty much decide on the day, I'm going to go to this city, and it's super easy.
I see. So is there anything you did typically Japanese?
Like I said, we stayed in a Japanese home.
So in Kyoto, we stayed in a kind of traditional home with tatami mats and slept on the
floor.
Slept on the floor with like the futon mattress and everything. And I think we were both maybe a little bit like not sure if we were going to have the best sleep because we're used to big cushioned, mattresses.
Yeah, but it was actually one of the best sleeps I had here so far. It was very comfortable, so that was really nice.
Airbnb?
Yes, it was an Airbnb in Kyoto. It was really nice.
I see. And you mentioned you wore kimono?
Yes. A lot of the hotels, they're not, I don't think they're very like fancy kimonos, but they're just like the bathrobe ones. And a lot of the hotels and Airbnbs that we've stayed at have had them, so it's been fun wearing those.
How
do you like it?
Yes, really I love it. I really want to buy one. I found it to be very comfortable.
I see. So, what is the most memorable moment or place so far in this trip?
For me, it has been Lake Yamanako in Mount Fuji or Fuji Kawaguchiko. We were there for a few days and we saw a firework festival, so that was really beautiful.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think so when we went to Kawaguchiko to see Mount Fuji. The first day it was really cloudy and we couldn't actually see Mount Fuji at all, which we were really disappointed about. But then later in the day we opened the curtains at our hotel and Mount Fuji was right there, and it almost shocked me. I was like, oh wow, that's amazing. So that was a really exciting moment that we got a really good view and it looked really amazing.
That's nice. If that's possible, can you share a best photo of this trip?
Okay.
Yeah, we can probably find a photo.
Can you share it on the camera?
Yeah, show it to the camera.
So this was our home that we stayed in Kyoto.
So yeah, that was the view from our little tatami mat bedroom, looking out onto a little Japanese garden, which was really lovely.
I think that was a really nice photo.
It is. So is there anything you want to bring back to Australia?
I think you were talking about getting lots of the instant ramen.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy a lot of the curry blocks, the instant curry, and lots of ramen.
Xiaomin is also, she loves Hello Kitty and all that kind of
Hello Kitty?
Hello Kitty.
So I have already bought a lot of Hello Kitty souvenirs. Yes.
Yeah, gone to Daiso and got lots of stickers and lots of merchandise that you can't get in Australia.
Is there any favorite flavor of ramen?
I like tonkotsu ramen. But so far our favorite ramen that we've had is actually a miso ramen in Kyoto. That was really nice.
I love miso too.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Okay. So for souvenir, what are you going to buy?
I've bought a lot. I'm doing the stamp booklets. So you can go to the temples and they will write. Yes. So I've done that. I think that's probably my main souvenir for myself. And then other things probably be like little keychains and stuff for friends and family. Yeah.
Yeah, like we went to the Ghibli Museum near Tokyo, and so we got lots of little things from there, which will be a nice souvenir.
I see. Last question. Is there any message or advice who are coming to Japan for the first time?
Yes, I think really do your research. I think it's important to follow the customs here. Yeah, I think it's really important to make sure that you're, as a tourist, we're showing respect. Because you know, we're very lucky to be able to come here and enjoy this beautiful country. So I think it doesn't take very long to understand the customs, so that we're not going to offend anyone.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, just making sure you're quiet on the train and the bus and that kind of thing. No eating and walking.
Yeah, making sure you take your shoes off. And yeah, I think just being aware of other people in your surroundings. I think sometimes we can see tourists being really loud in public spaces. And yeah, I think just making sure, like I said, you're being aware of your surroundings and who's around you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.